Okay, let's take a look at the problem we have here and read really what is it asking us for in this problem. So it says determine the equation of each line, scroll down, blah, blah, blah. It says put equation in slope-intercept form if appropriate, okay, giving slopes, intercepts as integers or reduced fractions, okay? So it's asking you to put it in a specific format. It says if it's not appropriate, the other form would be x equals. All right, so we need to keep that in mind when we're trying to write this in the form it's asking us. All right, so we have a graph here. Let's just remember what our two forms are. So our slope-intercept form is y equals mx plus b. This is slope-intercept form. Okay, and we know that the other form, if we don't have offhand intercept and slope, we also have the form point slope form that we can use. So sometimes we have to use both of them if you remember from class. Point slope form is the form y equals slope times x minus x1 plus y1. All right, so let's see what information we have here. Remember, you're never going to have a question that does not give you the information that you need to get to the answer. So if we look at this graph, well, we know that we need slope, and we either need a y-intercept directly, or we need to have a point x1, y1, and maybe x2, y2. So let's see what we have here. Well, if I look at this graph and I see, well, I have a line, so I can find 2 points on the graph. Let's look at points that are nice and neat that kind of go through integer numbers. So right here. So there's a couple ways I could do this. This is point here, -4, 0. Okay, my x value is -4, my y value is 0. Here, my x value is 1, and my y value is -3. 1, -3. So I have 2 points here. Let's call this x1, y1. All right, and then let's call my second point 1, -3, x2, y2. So I have 2 points. So I can calculate my slope if I have any 2 points. Or I could kind of go here and say, what is my change in y over change in x? So I could look here for these 2 points. This is my y value, 1, 2, 3, in the negative direction. Here is my x value, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? Let's do it with the points here, though. So if I say slope is equal to change in y over change in x, I'm going to take y2, which is -3, minus y1, which is 0, over x2, which is 1, minus x1, which is -4 minus -4. Okay, so now if I do those calculations, that gives me -3/5. That's my slope. Okay, equals -3/5. Okay, good. But again, they wanted me to write it in slope-intercept form, and they want me to use a reduced fraction or an integer. Okay, this is a reduced fraction for my slope. Let's find y equals mx plus b, but let's use slope-intercept form, okay? So I'm going to say y equals m, which is -3/5, okay? X minus x1. What's x1? It's right here, -4. Okay, plus y1 is 0. All right, let's simplify this. Y equals -3/5. X, when I have a minus a negative number, it becomes a positive, plus 4. I still don't quite have it in y equals mx plus b. This is where, as I said in class, sometimes you're going to have to do what the problem says. I need to distribute or multiply that negative 3/5 times both things inside the parentheses. So this gives me y equals negative 3/5 x. This is my slope, this is my m, okay, plus 3/5 times 4, or negative 3/5 is, this is going to be a negative, is negative 12/5. Okay, so now this is my y-intercept, that's my b. All right, I have that in a fraction, reduced fraction form, and that is our answer here.